But to also be transparent with the folks that you're working with, whether it's your employees or your board of directors, being able to admit and just saying, and I've told my staff this, and I've told some of my board members this, to be like, y'all, I'm having a really hard time lately. Like, this is a tough season in my life, and I promise I'm doing my best and I can do better. But I'm having a rough time. Like, I'm kind of in between. My oldest is getting ready to graduate from high school. So I've got one at that end of the spectrum. And then I've got my mom, whose health is declining on the other hand, and trying to help her and be supportive of her. And then still trying to get my work done and also be there for my other two kids as well. So I'm like, this is plus dealing with a pandemic on top of everything.
Yeah. And the tornado that just came through.
Yes. And worrying about my staff and my volunteers. And, because we had 2 volunteers that lost their home.
Wow.
One, and one is certainly lucky to be alive. Like, his home was decimated. Like it looked like a bomb went off, and he's lucky to still be here.
Wow. And
another that thought there was minor damage at first, but the whole foundation of the house shifted and the whole house had to be torn down.
Wow.
And so it's like, how do we help those volunteers and support them as people, and then still make sure that the kids get the services that they need?
Exactly. But you brought up a good point about leaders sometimes think that they have to be very steadfast, very above things, that nothing should shake them. And I think that is a disservice to the employees, right? Because then the employees think, well, I can't have a bad day. I can't say that I'm struggling or I have questions. I remember I worked at Lockheed Aircraft years ago, and in the what they called the skunk works, it was the black projects, right? All the top secret stuff. And we were on a special project doing this thing. And one day the director of the program called everybody in. He was up on a balcony, kind of mezzanine, kind of, we're all down on the floor. He told us we were in competition for this particular program, and we lost our bid for the program. And so they pulled their funding, and he got choked up. And just this big man that we all looked up to, but he felt he let us down. And just him being able to break down in front of us, having that courage to say, I feel like I've failed you guys. That I think gave us the courage that we could go to him and say, hey, I've made a mistake on this, or hey, I need to fix this, or whatever it is. I think that's one thing that we miss as leaders, is not opening up enough and telling people, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I could use your support here.